Welcome back, guys. Okay, so you are watching Getting to Know Natalie, my um, autobiography via YouTube or video. Um, so we are in the beginning of this. It's the growing up section, and I have here with me one of my mother, Audrey Jarrett. Hey, Audrey.
Hey, Natalie, and we're back.
Yes.
So let me ask you now, Natalie, did you get into any trouble? And what were what was the worst thing you ever did?
Okay, so growing up as a child, uh, yes, I got into trouble for skipping extra lessons. So I remember when I used to, this is when I used to go to Nigel College. Oh, so let's talk about a little bit about the schools. Um, I used to go. Oh no, sorry, that section is coming up. Let me not jump to the gun. But yes, when I used to go to Nigel College, I um went to extra lessons. My parents wanted me to be extra bright, all this whole heap of education, but yes, it did pay off. And I had went into bad company, as we call it in Jamaica. One of my cousins was involved, and some of my school friends. We skipped the extra lesson class, and we went to the beach, the public beach in Negril, right there by that roundabout area. Guys who knows there, we went to beach, and I remember one of my friend Judine Birch. I hope I'm not getting you in trouble now. Um, but no, I can't, cause we already got in trouble. Her dad, so Judine was my best friend when I was going to Negril College. Her dad found out that we weren't at school, and I don't remember who else. I think my mom was there too, and another parent came and catch us swimming. We were out in the water having a jolly good time when we should have been at extra lesson. So I got in trouble for that. I got whooped Jamaican style all the way home. And when we got home, I got another episode. I think yeah, that was my biggest trouble as a child. What was the worst thing I did? I think that would have been the worst thing I did because a lot of danger could have taken place at that time, and we were so young too. But that's how much I love the beach. I think we already asked for forgiveness, and we spoke about this years after and laughed about it. But yeah, yeah. So,
Okay,
mm-hmm.
okay. Then, so next question, what I have for you, do you have any siblings? And what were they like growing up?
So yes, I have lots of siblings. Well, not that much like how I said it, but from my mother, by my mother, I have my beautiful sister Rosemary and my awesome brother Daniel. Well, I call him Daniel. I call him by his middle name. His name is George. Um, my father has given me five siblings, all girls. I have
Wow.
Cheryl, I have Jody, I have Nicole, I have Shanique, and I have Michaela. So all sisters by my father. So I have yeah lots of siblings, and I love them dearly. They're the best siblings one could ask. So of course I didn't know my sisters by my father's side until um well I was much older. But I am happy I got to know them, and I love all of them very much.
And what were they like growing up?
Okay,
Daniel.
so I really grew up mostly with Rosemary. Um, Rosemary's been a part of my life, of course, from she was born. Because I was 7 years old when Rosemary was born, and I would have left because I left my parents when I was 14, going on 15. I think I was about 15 or pretty close. It wasn't my birthday yet, so pretty close to 15 when I left my parents. So that was as much growing up as I did with Rosemary at that time. Daniel was just a baby, so I didn't really grow up with my brother, and I guess maybe that's why I'm so much closer to him now, because I'm always hungering for that sister brother time with him that I never got, and I just start making up or catching up for time lost. So Daniel was, let me see, if I was 14 going 15, Daniel would have been just about a year old or almost 2 years when I left. So I didn't get to grow up with Daniel. I spent maybe a couple days on the weekend seeing Daniel. Maybe during the summertime when we spent time together at some family member's house, we may spend like a week the most together. So in Daniel's years of growing, I think the longest I've spent with him was maybe 2 weeks. It's just recently, in last year October. Oh, we're in 2020. If I didn't mention it in the video, we're in April 2020. So last year October, I spent with Daniel up until December. So that has been the longest time in my life spending that much time with my brother Daniel. And I really appreciate that. I have to say that. My sisters by my father's side, I didn't grow up with them, as we can see, but I have gotten to spend quality time with my older sister Cheryl. I spent some time with one of my younger sister, that's Shanique, when I went to my father's house and visit. And I think Shanique visited me one weekend. She spent a weekend with me when I lived in Portmore. And my other sisters, like we spend time together, but not in a sleepover or anything like that.
Okay, so Natalie, so you can say you have a good bond with your siblings then.
Yes.
How would you describe yourself as a child, and were you happy?
All right. As a child, I remember when I used to live at Port Henderson. As well, as you can see, even in the video right now, I'm always smiling. I'm always laughing as a child or maybe baby, because I've seen pictures. I always have this bright grin on my face. I don't know if it's a rude grin or it's just me being happy all the time, but I'm always smiling. So I was always a happy toddler. And then I think there was some years between maybe like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 year old. You didn't see that much smiling. I didn't smile a lot, maybe unless I'm around my school friends and stuff. But I remember I used to shifted from this smiling, bubbly child, always playful. I guess because Nardia, my cousin, Nadia was my first sibling. She's my cousin by blood, but sister by relationship. I have to touch this. I remember hearing that me and Nadia used to share the same crib, because Nadia is like just a couple months older than me, and we used to live at our grandparents together. So Nadia was my first sister by relationship, and I had Nadia when I was growing up in Portmore, and I had Nerissa, and then I had to leave them and then come to Nigville start over. So that happy bubbly girl kind of not so happy anymore. Then I started knowing the new friends, getting used to the family in the grill, and that joy and happiness started coming back. But because of the exposure to the abuse in the home, there, I used to be very quiet and sheltered, and I didn't talk a lot. So although I used to be playful, I wouldn't be as playful as the other kids. You'd see me by myself, so I'd be outside with them, but in a corner to myself. And I remember they used to be like, "Oh, Natalie, you know, why you don't run to," and then when we used to go outside to play, I'd be the first child to come inside. I always liked being inside, and I remember they used to be like, "Oh, go outside and play with the kids. Why you don't go outside?" But you know, that joy and the bubbliness was dwindling, so I preferred to stay inside and be by myself. And I guess I was mostly worried. I was always worried at that time if my mom was gonna be okay, because most times she was crying. I could see her, like, she's in this pain and you're feeling the pain, and it makes you as a child sad. You don't know how to express what you're seeing, what you're in, and you don't know how to talk about it. So
Yeah.
it showed in my behavior. I used to be very withdrawn. And we are out of time again. So we're going to continue uh,
Yes,
in
please.
another video.